Coming up on 5 Minute News. January 6 investigation subpoenas Donald Trump for testimony. Supreme Court rejects Trump's request for help with Mar-a-Lago documents. And Parkland school shooter gets a whole-of-life sentence. It's Friday, October 14. I'm Anthony Davis. The January 6 committee voted unanimously on Thursday to subpoena former President Donald Trump, demanding his personal testimony as it unveiled startling new video of close aides describing his multi-part plan to overturn his election loss that led to his supporters' fierce assault on the U.S. Capitol. With alarming messages from the U.S. Secret Service warning of violence and vivid new video of House Speaker Nancy Pelosi and other congressional leaders pleading for help, the panel showed the raw desperation at the Capitol. Using language frequently seen in criminal indictments, the panel said that Trump had acted in a premeditated way ahead of January 6, 2021, despite countless aides and officials telling him that he had lost. Trump is almost certain to fight the subpoena and decline to testify. In the committee's 10th public session, just weeks before the congressional midterm elections, the panel summed up Trump's staggering betrayal of his oath of office, as Chairman Benny Thompson put it, describing the former president's unprecedented attempt to stop Congress from certifying Democrat Joe Biden's victory. While the effort to subpoena Trump may languish, more of a nod to history than an effective summons, the committee has made clear it is considering whether to send its findings in a criminal referral to the Justice Department. In one of its most riveting exhibits, the panel showed previously unseen footage of congressional leaders phoning for help during the assault, as Trump refused to call off the mob. To describe the president's mindset, the committee presented new and previously seen material, including interviews with Trump's top aides and cabinet officials, including Mike Pompeo, William Barr, and Labor Secretary Eugene Scalia, in which some described the president acknowledging that he had lost. But rather than the end of Trump's efforts, it was only the beginning, as the president summoned the crowd to Washington on January 6. The Supreme Court on Thursday rejected former President Trump's plea to step into the legal fight over the FBI search of his Florida estate. The justices did not otherwise comment in turning away Trump's emergency appeal. Trump had pressed the court on an issue relating to classified documents seized in the search authorized by a federal judge of Mar-a-Lago. The Trump team was asking the justices to overturn a lower court ruling and permit an independent arbiter or special master to review the roughly 100 documents with classified markings that were taken in the August 8 search of Mar-a-Lago. The move on Thursday appears to greatly reduce the potential impact of the special master process to the ongoing Justice Department criminal investigation into the classified documents. The Justice Department said in a Supreme Court filing that Trump's request had no merit. The FBI said it seized roughly 11,000 documents, including about 100 with classification markings, stolen from the White House by Trump and kept hidden after losing the presidency in his personal residence. A divided jury spared Florida school shooter Nicholas Cruz the death penalty on Thursday for killing 17 people at a Parkland high school in 2018, sending him to prison for the rest of his life in a decision that left many families of the victims angered, baffled, and in tears. 24-year-old Cruz pleaded guilty a year ago to murdering 14 students and 3 staff members and wounding 17 others at Marjorie Stoneman Douglas High School on the 14th of February 2018. The 3-month trial included graphic videos and photos from the massacre and its aftermath, heart-wrenching testimony from victims' family members, and a tour of the still blood-spattered building. The jury rejected the death penalty after deliberating for about 7 hours over 2 days. Cruz's lead public defender, Melissa McNeil, told the jury during her closing argument on Tuesday that life in prison would still be a horrible punishment and suggested that other prisoners might target him. But that wasn't enough for many family members who went before television cameras one by one to express their shock and anger at the jury's decision. Some called Cruz a monster, while others cried. Under Florida law, a death sentence requires a unanimous vote on at least one count. The 7-man, 5-women jury unanimously agreed there were aggravating factors to warrant a possible death sentence, such as agreeing that the murders were especially heinous, atrocious, or cruel. But one or more jurors also found mitigating factors, such as untreated childhood issues. In the end, the jury could not agree that the aggravating factors outweighed the mitigating ones, so Cruz will get life without parole. You can subscribe to 5-Minute News on YouTube with your preferred podcast app. Ask your smart speaker or enable 5-Minute News as your Amazon Alexa flash briefing skill. Subscribe, rate and review online at 5minute.news. 5-Minute News is an Evergreen podcast covering politics, inequality, health and climate, delivering independent, unbiased and essential world news daily.